what really happened on the night of September the 3rd, 2008, on board the Gorch Fock. The German Navy training ship was sailing in the North Sea off the island of Norderney in high winds. Officer Cadet Jenny Birken was on watch duty on deck. Sometime before midnight, the 18-year-old fell overboard and drowned. The state prosecutors said it was a tragic case of accidental death, but Birken's father is sceptical. After the latest reports of misconduct on board the ship, he's calling for a fresh investigation into his daughter's death.
Now that there's additional information and more current information, you start to see some things differently. It also makes you rethink certain statements. I can imagine that psychological pressure played a key role back then too. Jenny was someone who would definitely have reacted to that. So if arguments had broken out, perhaps even with superiors, I could understand that now.
Meanwhile, another incident on board the Gorch Fock has further clouded the ship's reputation as the Navy's flagship vessel. In early November 2010, a 25-year-old female soldier fell from the ship's rigging to her death. Investigations yielded reports of riots on board, as well as excessive drinking, hazing, and even death threats. The head of the German Armed Forces, Defense Minister Karl-Theodor zu Guttenberg, is under pressure as allegations of other scandals in the military come to light. In December, a soldier died at a military outpost in Afghanistan. Initially, reports said the victim accidentally shot himself while cleaning his firearm. Later on, it emerged that the fatal bullet came from a comrade's gun. In another incident, several letters sent by soldiers in Afghanistan were opened. The Bundeswehr's mail service rejects any accusations of involvement. In all cases, investigations are still ongoing. The Parliamentary Commissioner for the Armed Forces has pointed to misconduct on the part of military leaders, including those on board the Gorch Fock.
A small ship like that is a world unto itself, and things might develop on board that probably don't always agree with the Bundeswehr's core values. There are many claims of that being the case.
These days, the Defense Minister doesn't have much to smile about. Guttenberg's crisis management has been criticized in military circles, especially regarding the Gorch Fock. Many soldiers faulted Guttenberg for suspending the Gorch Fock's commander, just hours after warning critics of rushing to judgment.
That's promoted a lack of understanding in the Navy. He's now justified it as doing what's best for the Bundeswehr. That's legitimate. But we think the way it was communicated, in terms of what information people heard, wasn't ideal.
Meanwhile, the opposition sees this as an opportunity to undermine the star politician in Chancellor Merkel's cabinet. They've accused Guttenberg of using a scapegoat to deflect criticism from himself.
When mistakes are made, the politician responsible, in this case the defense minister, has to look in the mirror when it comes to accountability and consequences. But that hasn't happened. He's looking for scapegoats and passing the buck to the soldiers.
Guttenberg has defended his handling of the situation and has vehemently denied the opposition's claims.
A commander suspended from his duties has neither been fired, nor sacrificed, nor thrown out. So this isn't a premature judgment. It's a step that allows for an objective investigation, and that is the intention.
But praise for Guttenberg is dying down. The recent scandals have raised questions about his leadership qualities. The defense minister has a reputation for straight talking, and that's helped make him Germany's most popular politician. But in times of trouble, that can mean making hasty assumptions. The pressure's on for Guttenberg, with both the Bundeswehr's reputation and his own on the line.